I'm going to discuss the topic that is financial markets. Financial markets deals with the two words that is financial and second one is market. So first of all, we need to discuss the meaning of financial. Financial is basically refers to the matters that is concerned with the concept of money. Whether the organization may be the small organization or the large organization, to run his or her business, they require number of finance within the organization. And the second concept is related to the markets. Market is a place where certain number of financial securities and commodities are exchanged between the buyer and seller. So market is the entity where certain number of trading process can be held. That trading process can be related to the financial securities and number of commodities. And the number of transactions between these transactions are held up at very low cost and at the price that reflects the supply and demand. So securities includes that is stock and bonds and number of commodities that may include the precious metals and agriculture goods. So according to this concept, financial markets deals with a place where number of buyers and sellers met for the purpose of trading of number of transactions between the financial securities and number of commodities. The number of transactions held at a very low cost, which may include stocks and bonds under the concept of securities and precious metals and agriculture goods under the concept of commodities. So here is the meaning of financial market. Any place where number of buyers and sellers are participated for the purpose of trading in the field of financial securities, number of commodities and number of items that valued at very low transactional cost and the prices that reflects the supply and its demand. The number of securities, as we have studied earlier, include various kind of stocks, various kinds of bonds, and the number of commodities includes various precious metals and number of agriculture goods. So there are both journal markets and specialized markets. In journal markets, the commodities may be included that are related to the purpose of trading purpose. And under the concept of specialized market, where only one commodity is traded. Under the concept of journal market, there are many commodities through which we can run a number of transactions and number of trading process. And under the concept of specialized market, there is only one commodity that is used for the trading and transaction purpose. So in the field of finance and financial market, which provides the number of facilities that is related to the raising of capital, the organization can raise its capital through the capital market by doing the process of number of transactions and doing the trading process, where they can buy and sell the number of securities according to their requirement. According to the second process, it helps in transferring the risk. In market, the investor may invest in various sort of securities where they can transfer their risk of number of securities and get the adequate amount of profits in return. And according to the third concept that is related to the price discovery, there are number of varieties, number of securities involved, which may the value of stocks, bonds, and number of commodities availability, which includes metals and agriculture goods. So according to the different variety of number of securities and number of commodities, there is a price discrimination and price discoveration between these securities and commodities. So the transactions held between the financial markets are related to the global transaction, where the investor wants to invest their money or buy any kind of financial securities to raise its finance within the organization. They can accomplish the global transactions. They can trade on the basis of globally. And it helps in transferring the money in liquid form. That is the availability of cash within the organization for the purpose of day-to-day requirement of money. Next one is the international trading. International trading is basically done in currency market where number of trading process and number of transactions are accomplished internationally, that is based on global. So the next concept we are going to discuss is kinds of financial market. Financial market deals with the two concepts, that is the money market concept and capital market. Capital market is further divided into two markets, that is primary market and the next one is secondary market. The first one we are going to discuss is the concept of money market. Money market basically means that is the requirement of financial in the terms of short term. Money market refers to the number of trading process that is required for the short term debt investment, as it involves the large volume of trading between the institutionals and number of traders involved in it. It may include the money market, mutual funds that is bought by the individual investors, and the money market account is also opened by the bank customer. So basically the meaning of money market is related whenever the organization wants to raise finance for the short-term basis, they can raise their finance from the money market. So as per the guidelines of RBI, a money market for the short-term financial assets that are close substitute for money facilitate the exchange of money in primary and secondary market. Money market basically is used by the number of organizations to raise their funds for the short-term basis, and it is the close substitute where the organization can raise their finance within the organization by having the facility that they can exchange their money on the basis of primary as well as on the basis of secondary market. Basically, they deals with the lending, that means providing and borrowing the number of funds on the basis of short-term basis. So basically, the financial markets is the segment in which various financial instruments are involved, and that financial instruments deals with highly liquidity number of finance, and those finance are related for the short term basis in which the transactions are based on short term basis. Next one is the composition of money market. The concept of composition of money market is deal with the concept of call money market. Call money market is basically a interbank call money market which is used for short-term money market, which allows for the large financial institutions to borrow and lend money at the interbank rates. So basically, under this concept, the loan are provided in the call money market, and these are on the basis of short-term basis, usually not longer than a week. So this market is basically deals with the lending and borrowing number of transactions that carried out for one day and that may be or may not be renewed for the next day. The number of transactions which are held within the organization or between the buyer or seller. Under this transaction, lending and borrowing transactions are carried out, and those number of transactions are on the basis of transactions that is held on that day and that cannot be renewed for the next day. And the number of loans under the concept of call money market is provided on the basis of short term period. Usually they are providing not longer than a week. The next concept we are going to discuss is the concept of treasury bills. So treasury bills is also for the basis of short-term basis, that is the US government has debt obligations to block by the treasury bills within the maturity of 1 year or less. So it deals with the short-term duration, that is the transactions are accomplished for 14 days, 182 days, 91 days or 364 days. Whenever the transactions are accomplished, whenever the transactions are based on borrowing or lending of number of securities, treasury bills include for the purpose of short-term duration, and the time period is based on 14 days, 182 days, 91 days, and 364 days. So they are basically issued by the number of government, which is largely held by RBI. Number of treasury bills provide the facilities to the number of central government for the temporary deficit, where the government have the temporary deficit, that is they have the requirement of finance for providing facility to the number of public. They can raise the finance by using the treasury bills, and after the short period of time, that is 14 days, 182 days, 91 or 364 days, they can return the money or they can return the amount. So the particular rate of interest for the purpose of treasury bills is based by the market. It depends upon the market that what rate of interest is to be applied on the treasury bills, and it also depends upon the demand and supply of the money market, that what is the demand for the number of securities, what is the supply of the number of securities that the transactions are held within the money market. Those basis, that is the concept of demand and supply, and the determination of market, the particular rate of interest of treasury bills is decided upon these number of factors. So the next concept we are going to discuss is commercial bill market. So the meaning of commercial bill market is also known as the discount market. Commercial bill arise out of the genuine number of trading transactions, and the bill of exchange is the important part of the commercial bank or commercial bills, which is drawn by the number of sellers on the buyer for what purpose? On the amount due to him. And the maturity of bill may be vary from 3 to 6 months. So basically it deals with the bill of exchange, where a person who is the seller draws a bill of exchange on the behalf of buyer. For what purpose? To make the certain number of payments within a certain period of time, that the particular person will be definitely pay the particular amount at the certain period of time. The bill can be the domestic bill, that is within the country, and the foreign bill of exchange, that is out of the boundary. Commercial bills are also purchased, and the number of discounting transactions are held by the commercial banks, and these kind of bills are rediscounted by the Exim banks, SIDBI banks, IDBI banks, etc. The next market we are going to discuss is the capital market. So the capital market is also the part of financial market that is concerned with the raising of capital by dealing in shares, bonds, and other long-term investments. So this is the market where the number of investment instruments are included, like bonds, equities, mortgages. These are used for the trading purpose, and it is known as the capital market. The basic and the primary role of this market is to make the certain type of investments and take the certain number of finance from the number of investors who want to invest their money and who have the surplus amount of funds to the one who have running deficit. Basically, the one who make the number of investments will definitely have the surplus amount of money, and they provide that surplus of funds to those organization or those number of investors who are running deficit of finance, who have the requirement to raise their finance for raising their amount of capital. So the capital market is basically provide the services, that is long-term and overnight funds facilities. So there are different types of financial instruments that are used for the trading purpose in capital market. These are related to the equity instruments, credit market instruments, insurance instruments, foreign exchange instruments, hybrid instruments, and derivative instruments. So the very first one we are going to discuss is the stocks. Stock market. Stock market is basically that is the equity market or share market, is the aggregation of buyers and sellers of stock which represents the ownership claim on the business, and they may include the number of securities that is listed on the basis of public stock. Basically, it is the market in which shares are issued and traded either through the exchange of over the counter market, and it is also known as the equity market. The next concept we are going to discuss is bonds. Bond is a fixed kind of income instruments that represents a loan that is made by an investor to the number of borrowers. Bonds are basically used by the number of companies, states, and number of governments to finance their projects and to operate their number of operations. The next concept we are going to discuss is debentures. The meaning of debenture include it is the type of debt instruments that is not backed by any collateral and usually have the term of greater than 10 years. Debentures are backed only with the creditworthiness and the reputation of the issuer. It is a type of certificate basically issued by the number of corporations for which purpose the certificates are issued for creation of number of debts. Debts are basically relates with the unsecured assets and they are interest bearing securities. Next concept is the treasury bills. Treasury bills are basically for the purpose of short-term obligations and that is not interest bearing as it is related to the purchase of number of bills at discount. They are not interest bearing securities and can be traded, and the number of discounts are basis for 91 days. The days, the time period which is provided under the concept of treasury bills for the purpose of discounting of bill is 91 days. Foreign exchange is the fifth concept and instrument under capital market. Foreign exchange is the market in which the number of participants can make transactions, can make exchanges, or we can say they are able to buy and sell their currencies on the basis of foreign, that is from outside the country. The sixth instrument that is related with the fixed deposits. As we have name suggested that the fixed deposit is the financial instruments which provides the investor the higher rate of interest than the regular saving account. So fixed deposits are the deposits that are generally repayable after the fixed maturity date along with the principal amount and as per the interest amount for the particular period of time. So it is basically provided with the higher rate of interest than the regular saving account until the given maturity date, and it may or may not be required for the creation of separate account. So the next concept we are going to discuss is the role of capital market in India's industrial growth. The capital market plays a very vital role in the economy, that is it is related with the financing of 5 years plan. It provides the finance to the number of organizations who are with the deficit amount that they cannot be able to raise their finance for their operations. Those number of organizations can put investment on number of markets and the number of instruments, and they can raise the finance for operating their business. It also helps in mobilizing the number of savings and helps to raise the capital formation. Capital market basically provides the vital role for the organizations that if the organization have efficient number of finance within the organization, they can use their finance for saving purpose or they can invest their number of finance at their accurate securities where they can get the efficient number of profits at end of the year, and it helps to raising the capital and helps for the formation of capital for those organizations who doesn't have efficient amount of capital for raising their finance. Next one is the promotion of industrial growth. As according to the first and second point, if the organization have adequate number of funds, it helps in industrial growth, it helps in building up the infrastructure of the number of industries. So with the increase in the industrial growth, it will also lead to the growth of economy. Capital markets also help in raising the funds that is basically related to the long-term process and long-term markets. That is basically used for purchasing of number of machineries, land, and other assets. Capital market helps the organization to raise their capital in the form of long-term. And capital market is always ready and continuous market. Whenever the investor wants to invest their money, whenever the person wants to borrow money from the organization, they can raise their funds from capital market. And it helps to proper channelize the number of funds that where the particular investors have to invest the particular amount, and after that particular time period they get the proper interest and proper profits. So capital market also provide the provision of variety of services. As we have studied earlier, it includes the various types of instruments, bonds, shares, debentures, treasury bills, etc. It provides a variety of system, variety of services under the concept of capital market. So the next concept we are going to discuss is this sub point that is related with primary market. So the concept of primary market deals with the meaning, that is, it is the part of the capital market with the issuance of sale of equity and backed securities to the number of investors that is directly by the issuer. So it is the type of market in which the number of transactions are held that may include the shares, debentures, and other securities. And these kind of transactions are sold for the very first time, and it may be collected for the long-term basis capital. It is the market that is concerned with the new issuance. As the securities are sold for the very first time, so it is also known as the new issuance market. Therefore, the primary market is also known as new issuance market. So it is the market where funds flow from the number of savers to the number of borrowers, and it helps directly for the capital formation of the country, as the person who have the sufficient amount of funds can provide the funds to the number of borrowers who need the finance, which will help for the capital formation to that company. Money collected from this market is generally used by the number of companies for what purpose? For buying the plants, machinery, building, and extension of number of business, or wants to set up the new business units. Basically, the number of organizations, number of companies can raise their funds or can raise their finance from the primary market. Basically, they used their finance from the primary market to modernize or to improve the new technology, or to buy the number of plants, machinery, building, any requirement which is required within the organization for the benefit of organization. They can raise the particular amount of finance from primary market. So there are various features that may include under the concept of primary market, that it is related with the new issues. First time the securities are held up within the market, and it has no particular place for buying and selling of number of securities. And it is related with the various kind of methods that is related to the floating capital. The organization, the company can raise their capital in the primary market by the issuance of public issue, offer for sale, private placements, right issues, and electronic initial public offerings. So the very first one is related with the initial public offerings, as the first sale that is accomplished by the number of companies, it's provided to the general public. Whatever the transactions, whatever the trading process is accomplished by the number of companies, it is firstly provided to the public, general public. As the word suggests, initial means firstly the services is provided to the number of public. Next one is the investment bankers. that is the financial specialists are involved who handle the number of sales of most of the corporations and municipal securities. Number of selling process, number of transactional process that is related, most of these processes are handled by the number of corporation and municipal securities. Next concept is the underwriting. Underwriting is basically the process where the purchasing of issuing process is done. That process is issue from the number of firms or number of government, and then that issue will be resell to the issue of investors. Underwriting is the number of process where the purchasing process is done. Under the purchasing process, an issue particular amount of security is issued from the number of firms or a particular government, and that particular transaction can resell the issue to the number of investors. So there are various functions of primary market. The very first one is the origination, undertaking, and third one is distribution. The very first one we are going to discuss is the origination. It refers to the work of investigation, analysis, and processing of new project proposals, where there is the chance of extension of business, where there is a new project proposals, number of investigation, number of survey, and the number of analyses that are used for the purpose of new project is the concept that is related with the origination. It basically starts before the issue is actually floated in the market. Whenever any kind of issuing transaction is held before starting into the market, all number of investigation, analysis, and further process for the new project is analyzed before going to the market or before floating into the market. So this is the function that is performed by the number of merchant banks. Merchant banks may include the number of commercial banks and other financial institutions or any private firm. If we are talking about the present scenarios, financial institutions, private firms also perform this function, that is origination. They work for investigation, they analyze, they do the further processing for the purpose of new project proposals. Next one is the underwriting. Underwriting is an agreement whereby the underwriters promise to subscribe to the specific number of shares or debentures or a specific amount of stocks in the event of public not subscribing to the issues. It is basically the form of agreement or the contract where a person underwriter promises, what promises make, that he subscribe to the sufficient or specified number of shares. A particular amount and the particular number of share is already described by the number of underwriter or the debentures or a specific amount of number of stocks, where there is a formation of contract. Under that contract, a person who is the underwriter make a note or do a promise that he definitely subscribe to the number of shares or to the number of debentures or a particular specified amount of stocks. For what purpose? In the event of public purpose, but not for subscribing to the issue. And it is the part of share issues. Underwriting, under the concept of underwriting, it involves a certain parts where the share issues remains unsold, where there is no selling process, no transaction is held up, and the shares remains unsold. The person, the underwriter, will buy those shares or else he is not liable. Those remaining unsold shares as per the promise are taken by the person that is underwriter. Next one is the distribution. It is the function of sale of securities to the ultimate investors. Number of selling process that may include the sale of securities. Sale of securities is accomplished through the number of investors. This service is performed Distribution services, number of transactions, number of contracts are formed by the broker and agents who maintain a regular and direct contract with the ultimate investors. Two-person, that is broker and agent, is involved for performing the various kind of services who are able to maintain a regular and direct contract with the person, that is investor, who want to invest their funds for raising the purpose of capital. The next concept we are going to discuss is the secondary market. So under the concept of primary market, we have discussed the securities which are held for the very first time, and under the concept of secondary market, it is also called the aftermarket or follow for the public offerings. It includes the financial markets in which the previously issued financial instruments are involved, in which the previously issued financial securities are involved. Those instruments, that is stocks, bonds, options, and any futures are bought and sold. So it is basically a market in which buying and selling process is accomplished, and the selling and buying process is related with the previously issued securities. The transactions related to the secondary markets are generally done through the medium of stock exchange. Whatever the buying and selling process is done, whatever the number of transaction or the contract is held between the secondary market, it is generally done through the medium of stock of exchange. So the main purpose of the secondary market is to create the liquidity in the security, that is the availability of amount of cash in liquid form. So if an individual who bought some securities and now he wants to sell, he can do it through the medium of stock of exchange. Whatever the transactions are held, whatever the individuals want to make, buy or sell the number of securities, all these transactions are held through the medium of stock of exchange. As it requires the services of the broker presently, and there are 24 stock exchange in India for the purpose of making the transactions that is related to buying and sell number of securities. So there are various functions of secondary markets, as it provides the regular information that is related to the value of securities, that where the particular person wants to invest their money, what is the value of that security. That kind of information is provided under the concept of security market to the number of investors. Secondary market is also helps to observe the number of prices that is related to the bonds and the number of interest rate that is applied on that number of transactions. So number of prices and what kind of interest rates is accomplished, these all concepts are studied under secondary markets, and it basically offers the various kind of services, that is the liquidity service to the number of investors, that is the availability of amount of cash for the purpose of operating various kinds of business within the organization. So secondary markets also bring together the many interested parties. Those number of investors who wants to buy or sell their number of securities, these secondary markets can bring together the number of investors, those interested investors who wants to make number of transactions for raising the capital. And it also helps in keeping the cost of transactions low. Whatever the transaction is accomplished, the transaction cost held in secondary market is always low. So there are various kinds of products that secondary markets deals with. According to the section 3 of Security Exchange Board of India Act, it protects the number of interest of number of investors who wants to invest their amount in number of securities, and it also helps to promote the development and number of regulatories. The security markets are related matters. whatever the market is related, whatever the condition is applied under the market of secondary market, all the interest of number of investors are providing by the SEBI's Act, because SEBI provide the number of rules and regulations and the standard number of principles that are used by the secondary market for accomplish the number of transactions and to protect the number of interest of investors who wants to invest their sufficient number of finance for raising the capital in securities. So if the number of transactions are held upon with the sake of number of principles and number of standards that are designed by the SEBI, it also helps in promoting the number of developments and regulates the number of security markets. So there are some financial products and financial instruments that deals in secondary markets. Secondary markets basically deals with the equity shares, right shares, bonus shares, preference shares, cumulative preference shares, cumulative convertible preference shares, participating preference shares, bonds, zero coupon bonds, convertible bonds, debentures, commercial papers, coupons, and treasury bills. As per the preference shares, a fixed amount of dividend is given to the number of investors, and under the concept of cumulative preference shares, rights have been provided to the number of investors who wants to invest in number of preference share securities. Cumulative convertible preference shares, as the name suggests, convertible. These can be converted into equity shares. Participating preference shares include the specific amount of dividend that is given before any dividends are given. Any kind of amount of dividend is given. A specific dividend is also provided to the number of investors or the number of participating preference shares investors. Zero coupon bonds may include the number of shares that is issued at a discount to its face value. And the convertible bonds are those bonds which are convertible into number of debentures. Debentures are the form of number of certificates that is issued by the investor that the particular amount can be paid at the particular rate. Commercial papers. Commercial papers may include for the purpose of short-term promissory notes that is basically issued by the number of companies, and those number of transactions are held are based on the short-term basis. Various coupons. Coupon is a voucher that is entitling the holder to the discount of the particular product. Basically, a discount is provided on the basis of coupon rate. Next one is the treasury bills, that is no interest rate is provided, but it can be issued at a particular discount on which the redemption price is based. Thank you.